can really hear the waves from here still. Today I'm trying a new trail, an unopened road allowance that follows the edge of the national park property. It starts as a road, but quickly gets much more narrow, with small cedars and shrubs crowding the trail in. I know this heads to a wetland, so I'm hoping to come across some new songs for this warm June morning. My name is Rob, and this is Songbirding. It's morning. I'm going along a old access road into the Bruce National Park, the north side, the Johnson Harbor Road, and very, very rocky. I don't know if this was a road. It was more of a road allowance than a road. Very straight, somewhat open. Both sides of me got white cedar. It's a black and white warbler, a red-eyed vireo. Red starts and black-throated greens. So far, just at the entrance here, a lot of the usual suspects that we would have at this location. Also got a black fly following me around. The red start. You can see that was a male red start. I've only hiked into this trail once, all the times I've been here, and I wanted to see how far one of the survey points are for me if I want to hike to them, because there's one on a map that you would think would be easy to get to from one of the main roads, but I don't see any trails to it. It's just private property in between the road and that specific point. So this is the only way I can see of getting to these points, by taking the wow, pileated woodpecker. This road allowance acts as a border between the national park and private properties here. Some ticking black-throated green warblers. There's a lot of poison ivy along here too. It's very small. It doesn't come more than an inch off the ground here. But it's very abundant and thick. Again, really? Oh, we've got a Massasauga rattler. And that was the most unenthusiastic rattle I've ever heard. Just gave a little minor warning. It's right on the trail. Alright, gonna walk around that. Since it's on the main trail, I'll take a very slight detour. To remember this spot too. Red start. Gotta wonder why that snake didn't just leave. Guessing that snake was probably digesting or something, because it didn't just leave or anything. It sat there. There's that American redstart. activity. This is kind of like a corridor full of birdsong here. Now the road has turned to more of a trail, more of a ATV trail. In terms of width, at least. Its qualities remain the same, very rocky. Once again, we got a lot of red starts. I have a myrtle warbler up ahead. Let's see if we can get to that. Okay, reached one of the trails I've been to before. One where I was looping around. It's a really close red start. Very close red start. Trail has definitely not seen many ATVs in quite some time. Definitely too thick to take one through here now, but I can hike it at least. Another trailhead. Really fascinating how many trailheads are in here. I'm going to continue along this corridor though. Oh, and another trailhead. Okay, so there's two leading into the park right here. One further back. So this... Actually, I have been to these trailheads as well. I remember this part. Now we've got a plank section. Someone's laid down some big old railway ties. Not recently though. I mean, they're still intact, but it's not a very good job. You can see why though. The ground sinks quite a bit. Protection and use fuzzy windscreen on the mic. Flies really love fuzzy windscreen for some reason. Oh, I see, most of this trail is bog, like very wet and muddy. Looks like if I would step in it, I would sink. I'm gonna go skirt the trail on the side here. Looks like they threw some railway ties down in one spot, but then just didn't keep going. Yeah, I could see someone losing a vehicle in here somehow. This mud is very, very black. Very wet. Water table's not very high, or not very low here. And this trail is very springy. It's a mixture of moss and grasses, but it's mostly moss. So this part's different. Okay. Got a distant winter wren on the left. And here's the Nashville warbler. C-bit, 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 C-C-C-C-C is the Nashville warbler song. This trail is narrowing quite a bit. Guess you could still get an ATV through if you forced it. And a black and white warbler on the side here. So this looks a little more traveled, this part. There is a side trail leading into private property here. So someone's connected their trail to this one. This is something we haven't heard much of around here. I think there's a red-winged blackbird calling. I really hear the waves from here still. Something else singing here, and I don't know precisely what it was. I think it was a myrtle warbler. But I'm not sure.
Songbirding in the Quietude was recorded, engineered, narrated, and created by me, Rob Porter, with cover art and logo design by Lauren Helton and Creative Commons music from REW. If you'd like more nature-related audio content, visit the newly updated website at songbirding.com, where you can buy my new audiobook called Songs and Sounds, Volume 1, which includes over 15 hours of new content.